Hi, this is Merkaba Molly, a psychic medium. I work with angels and spirit guides and channel information for supporting spiritual guidance. And I've got a spiritual transformation at the moment for myself. So I've had a few weeks of downloads for myself, for my work and for my own transformation, and this will be a reading for supporting those who are also going through transformation at the moment. And I feel this is a lot about gifts, releasing old patterns and shedding old ways of being, creating new perspective, also breaking free from social conditioning. This can be happening without you really understanding what is going on, but you may be feeling extra tired, uncomfortable, feeling uncertainty, not sure what direction you're going in next, because you're actually being guided to take a break, to allow the changes to happen, to integrate them, and then let them settle. Through the integration process, it's a lot of usually resting, not making any action. And then you come out of it with renewed vigour, more energy, insights as to what to do next, or feeling different, and challenges will come forward that you can tackle more easily. There's another realm to this, is other people will be awakened in their gifts and will be wanting to be on their spiritual path. Usually that will come through as ideas about how they want to be more in their life purpose through their work career. And they may feel a real need to change their career. So it can happen in multiple ways. And I want to say this kind of spiritual transformation happens over and over again through one's life. It's not just one big wham and you're done. So it's something that can happen, I would say, every few years or 5 years, depending on what your soul is requiring for you to do as the human here. Okay, so I'm going to get some cards for this reading. This will be for anyone who feels pulled to watch the reading. And the way I work is I shuffle until a card flies out, the guide's pushing it out, and I get messages as well, so I can hear them or see the visions in my mind. So, the first card we have here is affirmations, and I've received this the other week too. This is about using affirmations in the sense of I am. So I am whole, I am consciousness, I am love. You may have come across affirmations before. This time, start practicing them in a higher way of just, rather than I am this or that, I am present, okay? Because at the moment we're really being asked to be present with our consciousness. And that means not thinking too much, and really, I don't know if you can see the picture there, that person is connecting with spirit. Okay, they're sitting in stillness and connecting through their heart and through the chakra at the top of the head, the crown chakra. There are words emanating out of here. I am presence, I am love. Okay, so that is the first thing. Affirmations will help you as well retrain your brain, your mind. Your ego will go quieter. Meditation is really important at this point too. This card just flew out. Retreat, which is what I've been doing. Doesn't mean you have to go on a holiday. I mean, that would be wonderful too, just to be in nature. But retreating from the busy crowds, retreating from a full schedule, allowing yourself to wind down in activity so there is more rest time, more being, more presence in your own field. So you may want to just become a little bit more of a hermit at this time, or you may just feel instinctually that you don't want to be around people. This is why. You need to have space to slow down, to allow the transformation to happen. If we're so busy, we don't allow the understanding to come through, okay? Sometimes the understanding is the biggest part of this, And there's the butterfly there. This is the transformation part, where we come into our own in a more whole way. Okay, so I'm just going to see what this has in terms of light workers. Oops, just dropped all my cards. Okay, so I'm hearing light workers are guided to rest this time. I do feel like there's a wave of activity coming forward, and this rest is going to be needed. Okay, here comes a card. Yeah, it's a paradigm shift, okay? So I'll read just a little bit of the description. The messages I was getting was to retreat during March in the times of the full moon. So on either side of the full moon, I went up to the beach and I stayed there for 5 days, I think. It was like Friday the 4th, and I was given these dates, the 4th of March to the 10th of March. The full moon was on the 7th. I felt the full moon come through the window onto me when I was sleeping, and I woke up at that time, and it felt really strong and beautiful. And I woke up feeling happy. So I know that there was some sort of shift happening around that moon. Okay, so it says you are undergoing radical growth in your belief systems. Now is the time to challenge old attitudes and question previous expectations. You are in an extraordinary time. Great leaps forward can be made in a moment. The world you thought you knew can suddenly break open, and a new world can become your reality. Okay. I don't think I'll keep reading that. There's a lot of info there. This is the Lightworker Oracle by Lana Fairchild, which is a really good one for anyone on the spiritual path. I'm using a Sacred Geometry Oracle. Okay, so guidance that I have received regarding this time is like to support yourself during this transformation. The shifts, the energy shifts that are happening, is more rest and comfort, okay? So comforting yourself in terms of, well, the way I see it is just relaxing more. Your sleep may be disrupted more. I've had a lot of full-on dreams every night. Lots of them loaded with information for me. So let's get a geometry card. I'm just being reminded, the other thing that I have been experiencing is Archangel Sandalphon has come to me. This was probably around late February and has been with me during this period. And a few days ago I was sitting in meditation and I heard Sandalphon in my clairaudience, and I felt energy working on my heart. It was very beautiful. It felt really good. It kept going. And I know that there's been work on opening the heart to a more unconditional love state. And coming out of fear, I'm hearing. Okay, releasing fear. So the heart is becoming stronger than the fear. They're also saying cut cords at this time. Cut etheric cords. And feeling safe. This is all about feeling safe so that you don't feel fear. Cutting the cords to fear. Okay, soul time. Excuse me. So the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless and infinite. And that's very much what we're talking about, allowing the change to happen. Just asking, what are we moving towards, or what is this shift about? I was hearing peace, and here comes the card compassion. Okay, so compassion, the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from the source through our heart and into the world. Okay, so this is what has been happening, and I guess that helps me understand further about the heart work that was being done on me. The light workers, not just people who are actually doing the work, such as healers or what have you, but people who are on the spiritual path, who are becoming more enlightened in terms of their consciousness, they're all moving towards an unconditional love state. The more people who are carrying this energy through channeling it, the energy pours through and out. You can imagine the more people on earth who are doing this, we have a flow-on effect on other people. People are being awakened in so many different ways now. I've had many clients come to me who are awakening to spirituality because a loved one has died and they want to connect with that person. And then they open up to more ideas about reincarnation, guides, and so on. And so, well, also past life connections, which is a big one at the moment. A lot of people are meeting their past life lovers and resolving the energy that was not resolved at the time and has carried over into this time. So I do a lot of past life regressions for people who are meeting people in like a online dating scenario, and they have a connection that is different. They understand there's some sort of energy already there, and usually there's some trouble happening or an how can I say it? A connection, an attraction that is hard to understand. So when we do the regression, we get some lifetimes reviewed where we understand the two souls have been in a different sort of dynamic over and over again. And this time round, in this, 2023 or what have you, they are meeting again to resolve that energy, to move past it so it doesn't keep carrying on. It's usually about love and compassion, okay? So sometimes it's about someone who has not been able to love the other because of fear. Lots of different circumstances in history have brought this about. So don't be surprised if you do meet people. It doesn't have to be like a love relationship. It can be anything. It could be a boss or someone you just meet through friendships. Okay, so just going to get some more guidance about how we cope with the changes. So I think this is the important thing. A lot of Ascension symptoms can arise through these changes, such as headaches, really tired, fatigue kind of feeling. People complain about heart palpitations and aches in the body that just are not, there's no reason why. Okay, so we'll get some support. I mean, the first thing that always comes to me is drink a lot of water. Make sure you drink more than usual. Try to drink filtered water. Creative pursuits, they're showing me. So like drawing or doodling, whatever, if you already have something creative, use that as a tool to soothe you. I do knitting, that's my thing. Things to relieve your mind, so distracting your mind through manual labour. So, for example, housework and gardening are very grounding. Doing grounding activities. Yoga is very good. Belly breathing. Being in nature. And trying to eat like a diet that is less processed. Okay, and then friendships, okay? So spending time with genuine friends. There is another message coming through. It's been happening since, I'd say, early 2021. We'd been in a lockdown and guides were really telling me and guiding a lot of my clients to connect with people again, to go out into the world and have friendships, find like-minded people, find your tribe. The thing connected with this is having fun as well. And while you may be in a hermit mode, you know that you probably want to come out into that again. So one of the things with carrying the unconditional love energy is spreading it among groups of people, just by being yourself. Okay, so any general guidance about healing at this time? The inner child is coming up. You may have inner child issues that are coming into your dreams or interactions with people where you get triggered. It's important to take note of that and do the shadow work, which is to analyse why you're being triggered and to work on releasing that. There may be some forgiveness, or there may be some self-esteem issues. You've got to really identify what is happening so that you can work through it rather than repeating it. I'm also seeing speaking, so speaking forgiveness to people who need to hear it. Get things off your chest. Okay. And here we have focus, which is about clear intention to manifest what you want. This downtime, I think, is really a perfect time also to let's think about what do we want now. It's kind of like having a meeting with your guides and thinking, what do I want? Which way do I want to move forward? Do I need to course correct? Or is there something that I knew that I can manifest? In the downtime, and I know this is what's happening for me, in the downtime you will receive guidance, ideas, so that you can start planning to go forward. It's not a time to take action so much, unless you feel really guided to, but it's more about the planning vision stage that will create the start for you. Generating ideas. Okay, so to finish, I'll just get a couple of cards from this Keepers of the Light Oracle. I'm just being reminded there's a good breathing exercise, belly breath, which is basic for any age, and this will help you calm your body and calm your mind. I've got a YouTube video about this with guidance and some other breathing exercises. I recommend that. I'll try to link it in the description box of this video. It's a handy tool to have when you are feeling stressed and anxious, but also during a Ascension symptom that is, causing you some pain. It'll help you just calm yourself so that you can ease through it. Okay, so here we have magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So that is the same message as before. Okay, and they're telling me to call on your angels and guides for help with this. See if there's anything else. I mean, they're repeating the healing part of this journey is right now. There's a lot of healing being done among people. Yeah, here is the card, Divine Healing. Okay, so this is Hilarion. The card says, honour your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. I mean, the main thing is retreating to heal. Okay, journaling can be very helpful here, writing about what issues were in the past. That may trigger some tears or emotional healing for you. Also understanding mentally what happened so you can rewrite your story. So a lot of healing happening right now, a lot of rest is needed. This may not just be March, it may be relevant later. This video is timeless in a way because what I go through is not necessarily what everyone else will go through at the same time, but people will follow in the same way. And this support is pretty much timeless for any Ascension symptoms that are happening. Yeah, I think that's all. I'll just get one more card to finish off, a goddess card, which I find is uplifting. They're saying to me, you are divine, remember it. And here we have undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So this is all about love right now. It's all about opening your heart, allowing your connection with Source to strengthen, and letting the love, divine love, pour through you and out into the world. Grounding is a big part of this, because when we're grounded, we can come out of our mind and really connect with Source much better. Alright, I hope you are doing well at this time. If you need any support, please reach out. I've got a page on my website with all the details of my sessions, and you can book online at any time. I do online and in-person sessions in Sydney. Namaste.